Good morning, everyone, and thank you for choosing Market Briefing, market analysis, and financial news. Every day, our goal is to provide you with a thorough and knowledgeable analysis of the most relevant financial news to help you navigate the complex economic landscape. Let's begin our daily review. Market analysis, November 13, 2023. Stocks across Asia are climbing higher this morning following a strong rally on Wall Street last Friday. The tech-heavy Nasdaq jumped over 2% to lead gains as investors cheered upbeat earnings and guidance from companies like Microsoft. Looking at regional action, Japan's Nikkei is up 0.5% in early trade. South Korea's Kospi has gained 0.3%. Over in Hong Kong, futures point to a positive open after the Hang Seng rallied 2.7% on Friday. However, Australia's ASX 200 is slightly lower as bank stocks weigh. Shares of ANZ Group fell after the lender warned of challenges ahead despite higher interest rates boosting profits. Now to currencies, the US dollar and Treasury yields held steady in Asia after rising last week. Traders are eyeing tomorrow's US inflation figures to gauge the Fed's next moves. A slowdown in inflation could cement bets of smaller rate hikes going forward. Meanwhile, oil prices eased slightly but remain near 2-month highs. Support comes from China's reopening and hopes of less aggressive Fed tightening. Turning to corporate news, Apple supplier Foxconn and Chinese tech giants Tencent and JD.com are set to report earnings today. Investors will be watching for impacts of China's COVID curbs and global economic weakness. In Japan, financial bigwigs Mitsubishi UFJ and Mizuho will announce quarterly results. Market watchers will be focused on the bank's outlooks for interest rates and loan growth. On the data front, Japan's producer prices fell in October while India's inflation figures are also due today. In China, we'll get the latest monthly loan and money supply data. Let's quickly recap some of the other events on this week's calendar. The Biden Xi summit on Wednesday will be closely watched by businesses and investors seeking clarity on US-China ties. On Friday, Fed Chair Powell delivers a speech that could offer hints about the pace of future rate hikes. Meanwhile, Australia is working to restore operations at ports hit by a cyberattack ahead of the holiday shopping season. Before proceeding with our analysis, we would like to remind you that your support is very important to us. If you enjoy this video and find our content helpful and engaging, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. This helps us grow and provide you with even more quality content. Now, let's get back to the news on the financial markets and the latest updates. Starting with currencies, the US dollar is holding steady this morning, trading just below the 106 level against a basket of major currencies. The dollar saw small losses against the euro, British pound, Canadian dollar and Australian dollar so far today. The Aussie dollar was the top performer against the greenback in early Asian trade. Turning to Europe now, the Eurozone GDP report for the third quarter is due tomorrow and expected to show a modest uptick in growth. The euro is trading mildly higher near 1.07 against the dollar ahead of the data. ECB Vice President Luis de Guindos said the euro area economy will likely remain subdued in the near term. In the UK, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak started a cabinet reshuffle and is expected to offer former Prime Minister David Cameron a role. The British pound edged up to 1.2250 against the US dollar as risk appetite improved. The UK jobs report is also out tomorrow. The Japanese yen gave up some gains after climbing to 152 per dollar last week, its strongest level since October 2022. Japan's finance minister reiterated that sudden exchange rate moves are undesirable. Looking at the stock markets now, Britain's FTSE 100 index jumped over 0.7% higher at the open thanks to the improved global risk tone. Turning to commodities, gold prices consolidated near $1,940 an ounce after falling over 2.5% last week on a stronger dollar and rising Treasury yields. Let's quickly recap some of the key data releases and events coming up this week. Tomorrow we have Eurozone GDP, UK employment data and US CPI, all critical reports that could impact currencies and stocks. Later in the week, US retail sales and industrial production will provide clues about the health of the economy. And Fed Chair Jerome Powell is due to speak on Friday. Events coming up this week. Japan PPI, Monday. ECB Vice President Luis de Guindos speaks, Monday. US CPI, Tuesday. UK jobless claims, Tuesday. Chicago Fed President Alston Goolsbee speaks, Tuesday. China retail sales, Wednesday. UK CPI, Wednesday. US retail sales, PPI, Wednesday. China new home prices, Thursday. US initial jobless claims, Thursday. New York Fed President John Williams, Thursday. US housing starts, Friday. ECB President Christine Lagarde speaks, Friday. Chicago Fed President Alston Goolsbee, Boston Fed President Susan Collins, San Francisco Fed President Mary Daly all speak, Friday. Some of the main moves in markets. Stocks. S&P 500 futures fell 0.2% as of 9:08 a.m. Tokyo time. Nasdaq 100 futures fell 0.2%. Hang Seng futures rose 0.5%. Japan's Topix rose 0.6%. Australia's S&P/ASX 200 fell 0.2%. Currencies. The Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index was little changed. The euro was little changed at $1.0689. The Japanese yen was little changed at 151.46 per dollar. The offshore yuan was little changed at 7.3045 per dollar. Cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin fell 0.4% to $37,051.83. Ether fell 0.8% to $2,044.03. Bonds. The yield on 10-year treasuries was little changed at 4.64%. Japan's 10-year yield advanced 2 basis points to 0.850%. Australia's 10-year yield advanced 4 basis points to 4.66%. Commodities. West Texas Intermediate crude fell 0.3% to $76.91 a barrel. Spot gold was little changed. In conclusion, we'd like to thank you for watching Market Briefing, market analysis and financial news. If you enjoyed our insights and found the information helpful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to our channel to stay updated with future analyses. Thank you again for your support, and we'll see you soon with more interesting news. Remember, the information in this video is purely informational and does not constitute investment advice. Always consult with a professional before making financial decisions.